Thanks for calling Sylvan Studio. Man, we've been so busy the last week, we haven't had time to eat. You gonna finish that pork chop? Hi, friend, and welcome to Downey PHCE. Why not loosen your belt and put your feet up while we finish our soup? It's zebra noodle, a hearty broth with tender egg noodles and generous chunks of real zebra meat. The soup is the perfect temperature right now, so I'm sure you'll understand that we need to get back to it. Talk with you soon. Hear that? It's the sound of your cat falling through your home's ductwork and into your furnace. We can repair any damage to your HVAC system, but it may be time for a new cat. Word is, Hooch Gifford is selling his moonshine down at the farmer's market again, behind that big tree. Of course, you didn't hear that from me. Before you can buy any, though, you need to tell him the secret word. Then you gotta sign the waiver and promise you'll sit down with both feet flat on the floor before you take a swig. We might make a movie about Sylvan Studio. The plot would focus on the danger and intrigue surrounding the world's underground trophy market. And there'd be a big car chase, lots of violence and rough language, old ladies falling downstairs, plus a whole bunch of weird smells. All in 3D, of course. Thanks for choosing Lakeland Auto and Marine. Good news, all our services are now covered in a tasty meat sauce. You ever step on a rusty nail while climbing a ladder, in the shower, on a yacht? Well, it must have been a pretty crummy yacht if it had a rusty nail and a ladder in the shower. Maybe it's time you start hanging out with a better class of people. Ever think of that? Not enjoying your time on hold? Try eating a few forkfuls of rancid salmon. Within 30 minutes, you'll look back at the time you spent holding with great fondness as you fight through the cramps, fever, and nausea of full-blown food poisoning. Good luck. And now, a few signs you might need a new water heater. It's not heating water. It's pumping out rusty water. It's been peppered with buckshot. On weekends, it freelances as a pizza oven. Local comedians make fun of it. It's filled with bees. It's got a lean to it. It's been hit by lightning twice. Smoke is pouring out of it right now. Rodents are drawn to it. No one can explain the levitating, and it's prone to seizures. But the good news is, we sell, service, and install new water heaters. We'll get out to your place quick as we can. Until then, step away from your old water heater and cover your head, just in case. Is it me, or does it feel like we're floating right now? Maybe I should have stopped at 5 banana daiquiris. The next time you're in the area, stop in for a tour of the Downey refrigerator. You'll see Tim's leftover cabbage rolls, Jen's nuts and seeds, 3 cans of spray cheese that Dave is apparently never going to eat, Drew's head polish, John's tattoo cream, Josh's beard wipes, and a dozen eggs that Lucas found next to a river about a year ago. Thanks for calling Sylvan Studio. A while back, we tried making trophies out of different types of meat. Pork, goat, bratwurst, just for kicks. But it turns out meat trophies attract a lot of flies, and dogs like to bite them. So we all got together and said, hey, maybe this is a dumb idea. We want to send congratulations out to Clem Drummond. Word is that nasty splinter finally worked its way out of his big toe, and he learned to stop walking around his lumber yard in bare feet. Whew. Hey, is it me, or is it a little warm on hold? Wait a minute, got an idea. I'll turn on the sprinkler here so you can run through it and cool off. There you go. Now when you're done, make sure you change out of your wet underpants. Carolyn Korek is our office manager. She started working here in 2010 after taking a correspondence course on how to become an office manager. When she was growing up, she earned several badges for office management while attending a summer camp for future office managers. And she comes from a long line of office managers. In fact, as part of the hiring process, we analyzed Carolyn's DNA and found that she's 92% office manager, 8% Russian circus bear, which she asked me not to mention, but I forgot about that, and it's too late to do anything about it now. Carolyn Korek. About as close as you can get to a pure-blooded office manager without creating one in a lab. Hey, how about this weather we're having, huh? Some people say it's the result of the interaction between the Earth's surface, solar energy, and atmospheric processes like temperature, pressure, wind, humidity, and cloud formation. I think it's all caused by like a big greasy machine in a closet somewhere. I don't know. I could be wrong. About half our staff has facial hair, even some of the gals. So if you put us in a room and wring out our beards, there's a good chance you'll get nearly a full bowl of soup for your effort. Do you hear howling yelps and barks coming from your basement or mechanical closet? Sounds like you've got a coyote in your home. They love the taste of furnace filters, and we can't say we blame them. They are mighty tasty. We don't want to brag, but our technicians are factory trained, and they only use OEM parts. If they were decent dancers and 35% better looking, they'd be just about perfect. Is your air conditioner down? Probably got zapped by the most recent eclipse. The sun, moon, and planets can do that sort of thing, you know. Heck, Mercury's gravitational pull jacked up my ice maker, and I don't want to tell you what Uranus did to my bidet. As you know, there are 1,400,000 food trucks in Portland. Our favorite is Burger Slug. The truck is shaped like a giant shell-less terrestrial gastropod mollusk. It moves very slowly down the road, and instead of slime, it leaves a trail of the best burgers in town. Gee, if we had a nickel for each time we pulled a nickel out of a drain trap, we'd have one more nickel to put in this jar of nickels we have for storing all the nickels we find. Here's a plumbing tip from your pals at D&F. Try not to light the fuse on a stick of dynamite and then drop the whole thing down your kitchen sink like they do in cartoons. That almost never ends well. Now you have a choice of flavors while holding. Choose from tangy radish, cinnamon, or blue. Time now for Tool Talk. Today we're chatting with a hammer. Thanks for being here, Hammer. You must get this question a lot, but are you in constant pain from hitting your head on hard surfaces? Throbbing, huh? That's tough. But I understand you didn't set out to be a hammer, is that right? You pursued a career in the performing arts as a ballet dancer, wasn't it? What happened with that dream? Oh, I see. No legs would be a problem, sure. Well, the world needs hammers just as much as ballet dancers. And you can always wear a unitard around the house, just for kicks. That's it for Tool Talk. Join us next time when we discuss monetary policy and the impact of global pandemics on supply chains with a pair of pliers. Thank you for calling Sylvan Studio. When we return, ask about our disdain for answering questions. If there's a bat trapped in your water heater, your shower water may smell like hot, wet bat, and that's not ideal. But you can always count on your pals at D&F to make it all better. Stay with us. We've left you on hold so that you have sufficient time to consider your life to this point and reflect on your specific role in the universe. When we return, please provide a detailed review of your voyage of self-discovery. Think of all the people you know who do a great job. Your garbage man, your gynecologist, your favorite toll booth operator, the neighborhood circus clown, and that young priest who moonlights as a roughneck on the local oil rig. When you carry around a pocket full of medals, you can reward those people for their good work anytime you'd like. You'll make them feel special, and you'll help us sell more medals, which, let's face it, is the whole reason we cooked up this crazy scheme. After we're done working on your vehicle, we'll take it for a test drive. If we ram it into a tree, don't worry, we'll provide a formal apology. But after that, you're on your own. I'm just kidding. We won't apologize. Mighty glad you've called Wellington Implement, 'cause otherwise I'd be talking to myself right now. Is it me, or does it smell like goats on hold? Well, I guess it's not me. They say curiosity killed the cat, but I think it was some guy with an axe. I only say that because I found a big axe stuck in the cat. Pretty simple math, really.